Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Tubo playing NegativeAE, and welcome to another episode of Vagante. Today we are playing Strong Knight. Let's just jump right into it. So every so often my audio just up and fails on my videos, and today was the day that my audio just up and failed on this said Vagante video. So I'm going to come back, do some post commentary, and kind of evaluate myself. I like these because I get to talk a little bit more than I normally, because normally you're like focused in on the game and it's not always like easy to talk and get shit done. I found a breastplate early, which was good there, but you don't always get to talk and speak your mind while you're playing because you're busy freaking trying to make sure you don't die to spikes, which sucks. So and another thing is, like, I'll get to watch my gameplay to see what I do wrong, where I could not take. That was stupid. I couldn't get the slime within the range of my sword, so like he just kind of destroyed my life. We have dragon on the first area, which is awesome for knight. I think knight's the best at fighting dragon. I think. I'm trying to think. Well, I don't know. I guess the first bosses are all like all classes are kind of good against all the beginning bosses, with the exception, I'd say, that maybe mage is a little bit better against worm boss, just because of the electricity. So I'm taking a lot more damage than I'd like to. Obviously, I think when I was recording, I was mad that I was taking so much damage. So I was trying to do a flawless dragon fight, or like that was my plan. I was like, if I could do a flawless dragon fight, then I guess that makes up for everything, that's all the damage that I've taken. That being said, dragon isn't like the easiest. I mean, kinda actually. I'm a fan of goblin myself. And there's more damage. There's more damage from the Gorgon eyes. Ugh. I've had a couple shackled. These, I don't really use the shackled. Shackled is something that I wish I used more. Like used identify scrolls to identify items. But ever since that potion update came out, like all I use my identify potion or my identify scrolls for are potions, because of like how many potions there is. I swear to you, I have like 8 orange potions in my inventory at one time, and like they say they're different colors. Like, oh, I'm a red potion. I'm a scarlet freaking obtuse potion, but they're all orange and they're all in like different they're all in like different types of glasses, and I have to identify each one of them. Like each of them goes to a different. All I look for ever is like negative vitality. If I can identify negative vitality, I'll quaff everything else, right? And then just discard all the negative ones. But negative vitality is just the worst potion to get. That potion sucks. I really want a potion bag, or like something to like. I guess that's the point of like inventory management. Like, do I want this potion? So I don't know. I'm okay with it staying the same way. But man, would a potion bag be helpful? I'll be a traveling freaking mage with all of my potions. So I'm handling this boss pretty well. I mean, I've taken a few little tiny fire bolts, but I managed to actually kill him with that last hit there. If I didn't kill him, I would have taken a ton more damage there. But I took a risk and I managed to kill him. We get really good gloves here. I think I end up using these gloves for a while. These gloves freaking grab walls vitality. Yeah. Grab walls is really, really helpful. Especially in like the forest and stuff, when you need to like get up places, because the forest is very vertical, whereas this level is very like just square. It's weird how like the forest is, well, I guess so is the catacombs. The catacombs is pretty vertical too, but it's vertical in like a different sense. Like the forest is open and big as far as like height goes, so you can go up and down the level like freely, and there's like plants trying to eat you, whereas if you go to the catacombs, it's very claustrophobic, and I think that's why the catacombs kills me so much. It's partly because of the bosses, but it's also because you fight those bosses that like some of the hardest bosses in the game. I think I like the fourth world bosses more than I like. Well, I guess if you don't have like infinite jumps or like triple jump by the time you get to the fourth world, the fourth world can be stupid. This is amazing. You see that little bop? I need to make a highlight reel. I've been watching all the Vagante episodes because I'm doing something special for the 100th episode. It's gonna be weird. I don't even know honestly how I'm gonna do it. Like, this is the 99th episode, I believe, and so like episode 100 is coming very soon. So I have something special. I don't know if it's gonna be like maybe like a 2-part thing where I like, because I still want to do like the 100th episode where I just play the 100th episode, but I also want to do something special like part 2, maybe 100th episode, or maybe I just do it all in one and it'll be like a crazy 2-hour long video. But I don't know if everybody has time. Like, people don't have time for 2-hour videos. Oh yeah, the cave is unstable. This is my least favorite thing. Whenever I get this, I freaking get pissed off. The cave seeming unstable is stupid. I know they only do like 1 damage to you, but like those boulders can like knock you down and shit, and like enemies can just wail on you. So like if you get knocked down next to the boss or some shit, you're screwed. I just kind of man-moded that guy. But yeah, is that sexist? Man-moding? I never know with today's internet culture these days. You never know. There used to be like a fine line. But now you never know what's bad to like social justice warrior people. So I'm trying to get him to destroy these spikes here. My main concern is that I'm gonna fuck up and then also avoid these things. My main concern is I'm gonna fuck up and fall into the spikes, which I cannot have. So once he destroys that spike right there, the fight becomes a lot easier. But until then, it becomes a little hard. Because I'm desperately trying to not fuck up. There we go. I killed the little guy, so he wasn't a problem, and then he destroyed the spike. So now I can finally go down here and start focusing on killing him, rather than trying to avoid a spike that made me nervous for no reason. We do have fairy on this floor. I think I take it. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Oh, I hate that. I mean, he damaged the boss by 2, I guess. So help me out. And then boulders will get like stuck on corpses like that. Oh, stupid. We also find a handkerchief there. I don't remember what the handkerchief does. I think it's like a retaliatory familiar. Retaliatory familiars are pretty good. I really like the familiars. Also, so I think it's just okay. So whenever I do like Vagante videos and stuff like that, there's always like cracks, like high pitched noises and shit like that. I just encountered one. I'll probably edit it out in post, but I always thought it was my mic and not necessarily the game itself. But the audio failed or my mic audio failed this time, and I just tried it again in the game. So that's weird. So maybe I'll cut that out because that was really high pitched. What did I just get? Yeah, so that's a vengeful familiar, I guess they call it now. It's not retaliatory, it's vengeful, which is actually, I like that name a lot better. I think vengeful has a ring to it. I don't have boots yet, so my ass says, you know, 2 luck, Trailblazer, mine as well. We have enough money. It'll give the shopkeeper another item too, so I'm totally down. And Trailblazer's really good for like the forest. I can jump on things' heads to do like continuous damage. We could also completely destroy Worm Boss if we remember that freaking Trailblazer just destroys Worm Boss. Honestly, just run around where Worm Boss is coming out of, and you'll just destroy life. There we go. Gotta wait for the freaking thing to end. Grab that. Grab the Cestus. I'm interested in the Cestus because it has shocking strength and luck, and it's coated with poison. So I think we just use that as a weapon. I think we look for the thing I was trying to look for was subtly increases weapon reach, because if you get that and Cestus at the same time, Cestus is pretty much crazy. You get that and subtly increases weapon reach with Cestus or Claw, and you're done, because it reaches pretty much almost as long as Sword does, and you get the crazy amounts of attack speed that you get. I'm still in the camp that says Claw is crazy. I think Claw is like one of the most OP items in the game. Claw and Rod, even though I don't use Rod properly, I'm not very good with Rod. But I think Claw and Rod are two of the most craziest weapons in the game. That being said, I think they're in it, like, that's good. It's good that there's OP weapons, because there's something to strive to get. There's also stuff like the Bone Sword, which is pretty good. I mean, sometimes, like, anything with lifesteal is pretty good. I don't know if they've edited lifesteal in the future, because lifesteal was really good, and then they nerfed it a bunch. So I don't know if it's still as good, or if they buffed it recently or not. But they said that they're done with they said that all they planned on doing was like 4 levels and stuff like that, and now they're just working on like end game content, which I'm super happy about. Like, I want to see what the end game content is, like maybe there's like this huge massive final boss, and that would put meaning to everything. It would put meaning to like fighting bosses. It would put meaning to, because right now you could literally just speedrun the game and get to the end, but it's not until you freaking put a final boss at the end where you need all these skills and stuff to defeat him. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't even know what they could put a puzzle at the end and I'd be happy. It really depends. It really depends on what they consider to be their end game. They also said that they wanted to add more lore around the thing, and that the final boss will help to get some lore going in the world, because like this is a cool world that they've built. They've honestly, like, the 4th world is like amazingly cool. Like, when that came out, I was like, what? And how you go from like a cave to a forest to the freaking to like the sky. It's weird. You go from like a cave to the forest to the catacombs, which is like underground, and then you keep going deeper. And then when you reach the deepest, you reach like a sky area. Like at the center of the earth is like evil sky. I don't know. It's weird. There's like skulls. I don't know if you've ever seen the 4th world, and if you haven't, you should go check out some of my videos. But there's like a couple videos where I reached the 4th world, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. That and Golem boss looks amazing. Why are all these bosses guarding these areas? Oh my goodness, there's so much lore. If you wanted to, you could talk about like theories for this game forever. Like, what's happening in the 4th world? What's going on there? Like, why when you go deeper do you get to the sky? And then why are the bosses why are they trying to fight you? What is their goal? Like, it'd be crazy if like Skeletal Dragon was actually the father of Baby Dragon, right? And like Baby Dragon's just looking for his father, but like he has no idea. That'd be crazy. Or like and it would make sense too, because Skeletal Dragon has some of the same moves, if not better. And then why is Skeletal Dragon skeleton? Like, was he slayed, and why has he come alive? Oh my goodness, why are there bandits and slimes here? I wonder how deep they're gonna get when they get into lore. They should hire me. Just freaking I could brainstorm all day I could write like a straight essay on like, oh, what do I think is happening in this Vagante world? Like, why are there these like man-eating vines here? And are they somehow related to the ones in the forest that eat you? And then like, why are these things indigenous to their specific areas? Why can't they travel to like other areas? How deep are they gonna get? Is my question. I think it would be so crazy. Or like, why is Fairy trapped in a cage? Who trapped Fairy in a cage? Is there gonna be more stuff in the like what are they gonna add perk wise? Okay, so this is interesting. I thought I saw a purple sheen, and I did, because I just moved away and I saw it. So this is I think what they're calling an artifact, and it says Keeper of Familiars. If you notice my character right now, I have every single familiar on my character. I have Compassionate, I have Retaliatory, and freaking gosh, what the F is that last one called? But I have all of them, which is amazing. I was crazy impressed. So I think that's what they call an artifact. It only appears once, but you can have multiple artifacts, like multiple purple items, which is interesting. And it looks like you'll know that they're going to be an artifact by the purple shine. Something I'm doing here is I don't kill the scholar enough. When you kill the scholar, you get a free book. It's just a random free book that you get. And I never use the scholar, so I don't know why I don't just get my free book and be on my way. I don't think you get a second one. I think like you can only kill it once. I think I discovered that here. But I do remember that update now that I think about it. We got a bunch of freaking Spriggans in the forest. As always. Spriggans are really trolly. So everything in this area is trolly. Spiders are trolly, Spriggans are trolly. They're not even like, nothing in this area is hard. They're just fucking annoying as shit. So when you die, if you ever die here, you're just like, oh my flippin' freaking wisps are trolly, the fly guys that fly around and shoot stupid stuff at you. It's like they made this level to be like the annoying level. And it's not like the catacombs is any better, but at least the enemies like try to like attack you. All these enemies like run away from you or go in and out of walls. I guess the zombies go in and out of walls too. So I find a smithy here. I'm just gonna get rid of all the stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna be using my all familiar thing. I thought about taking this, but I'm like, I'll probably find a better hood than that. And it has -1 fire resist, which I don't like. So I just got rid of that. Woodsman axe I thought about getting rid of, but there's the golems in this level. I don't like fighting them with close range weapons like swords or cestus. So I was like, alright, well, I'll keep the axe because the axe is really good for destroying golems. You could like jump at them and hit them with the axe and do a ton of damage. So I decided to keep the axe here, just in case I don't find like another one coming up here. So I'm gonna go into the shop, see what he has. He has a boulder protection cap, spirit emitter, sword, and grab balls. I buy the cap because I don't have a good cap yet, and I just sold mine to the thing, or to the smithy. So I just got my new cap. It has boulder protection. It has poison resist, I believe, and strength. I forget already what it had, and I just saw it. So far I'm playing pretty well. I mean, I've kept my health up. I need to try and take less damage when it comes to just because sometimes I'll just like randomly take stupid damage that I should not have taken at all. I'm gonna circle around here and take him out from this side so I have more space to run. If I would have fought him right there, it would have resulted in him jumping up and trying to kill me. So I'm gonna try to attack him from afar. See, the axe is so good because you can stay at least a block away, and you need to be a block next to them to actually do damage. So I'm going to run the Cestus axe combo for a while and try and get stuff done. So I'm worried about this vine boss here, but I do have all of my familiars. So we might be able to take him out easily, especially if we have Compassionate and Retaliatory. I also earlier found a wand, and I just now randomly punched a block and found pork chops. So I have to remember, because I think it's the level generation. Obviously, pork chops are in a different spot every time, but the level generation spawns in blocks. Like the way this game works is it spawns in blocks. Like, so there's different layouts that you'll see from time to time. It doesn't spawn like block by block, because that would be pretty hard to find an exit. I'm gonna make quick work of this guy with my electric wand and grab the treasure key, be on my way. But I have no more charges. I think I have another one, maybe, or is that my only one? I don't remember. But yeah, I have a wand. I'm gonna try to get this chest real quick. Get me a scarf. Berserkitis, I'd rather keep all my followers. Berserkitis is nice. The thing I've noticed about this triple familiar thing that I've got going on, this artifact or whatever, is that I don't necessarily like its stats. Like, its stats are alright, but I'll find like crazy statted shit. But I guess they're giving you 3 familiars, so that's like that's pretty crazy in and of itself. So that's why the stats aren't amazing, but I found better stuff. Also, so I have pork chops right there. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't use the darkness enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop myself in the darkness a couple times just to get the buffs, and then I'm gonna head over and grab those pork chops. It's gonna give me some things to I don't know what my stats were before, because I didn't check them before. But I'm just gonna get some free stats off of this darkness, because I have my thinking is that I have 5 books in my inventory right now. So with the campfire, I'm gonna heal a ton this coming level. So as long as I have 30 plus health, I might as well. And then I also have this light thing, so I might as well go play the freaking darkness again if I have the light. So I thought about it for a second. You're gonna see me go down to the door, and then I'm gonna be like, well, wait a second, you know, I just played the light. I'm gonna go freaking sacrifice myself to the darkness some more. So this is the first time that I've took risks with playing this thing, because I could just be safe and keep myself at full health, but honestly, with the 5 books that I have and the bonfire healing, I don't think I'll necessarily need them. And I have Compassionate Familiar, so I'm not really that worried about stuff. So that's cool. I noticed this area over here, and I haven't used my key yet, so that's something I need to do and unlock. I noticed I didn't have my cestus there, which is a problem. I don't equip my weapons enough, which is stupid. So that's just a better axe than the one I have currently. So I'm gonna probably get rid of my axe at some point, but I have to decide when that is, or when I'm gonna do that. Now that I have 22, I get to do that again. I believe that puts me at enough to play the darkness again. Either that or I'm doing something else. What am I doing? I don't even remember what I was doing. Oh, the smithy. Okay, so I'm worried that like on the next level I'm not gonna be able to find another smithy. So I just want to get rid of all my stuff for right now. And see what shit is. And so I got death protection, which is interesting because I'm just gonna keep the death protection equipped because death protection is so helpful. And then I'll go back and put on my other one, or my triple familiar gear when I've used that up. And I think that's all I'm gonna get rid of for now. I have a lot of potions in my inventory, so I'm gonna look to find the identify potion here soon, hopefully. I don't know. But if I do find the identify freaking scroll. If I find the identify scroll soon, then I'll be able to use the potion to do stuff, but I don't know. It's a weird balancing with this game that you gotta do to kind of have your inventory be freaking not all cluttered all the time, because I want to keep stuff, but like some stuff I don't like use. And I'm gonna get rid of all these books here because I just used the darkness a whole bunch, or the bloody. I don't know what it's called anymore. They've changed it a bunch, right? It's like the darkness, and then it became the bloody, and then did they ever go back to the dark? Is it still the darkness, or is it the bloody now? Or are they different things? They're not different things, because there's the shackled. Let's go over my knowledge right now, because I'm doing a video on this, and so I should know. I know the light, the shackled, the scholar, the deranged, and then the bloody or the darkness. I don't know which one is which. Now that I think about it, and the smithy. Did I say the smithy already? I don't know. There's a lot of things here. So I just freaking found the lower strength, which is amazing. I think I found vitality 2, or not vitality, freaking regeneration 2. So that's cool. I'm happy about that. There are 2 golems here, but I want to take care of the spider first, or at least get him out of the way, so that way I can fight dragon. It's cool that I have envenomed on this, because envenomed is very good for slowing the golems down. I noticed that guy hop up, and I know instantly what's coming for me if I stay in that corner. It's just instant death. So yeah, this axe is really cool because it has envenomed. Anything with envenomed I think is very cool, because it makes like enemies like glitch a little bit before they attack, and I like that. That's definitely something, like, I don't know if shock does that too, but anything that makes like the enemy like do a kind of like reel back before they come at you is good on my book. Lots of spiders in here, but I'm used to it. I've freaking been around spiders so long. Spiders used to be my like most hated enemy, but now I don't know. What I hate those running golems in the 4th world. I kind of like them now because they have like reduced vision, but the 4th world has like the stupidest golem enemies. If you've not been there, the golem enemies in the 4th world, they like, oh my goodness, they run around and then they'll like jump. They're like golems in the forest, except they run at you and constantly try to jump. They don't even try to attack you. They jump or try to go for the insta kill every time, which is stupid. But whatever. I mean, I'm gonna have to get used to them eventually. Eventually, we'll have to do like a kill all bosses run, cause I know I can do it. It's just I have to have the correct run for it, and I have to know that I'm gonna do it. So I think that's something that we invest in. We invest some time in. So I just found another pork chop, which is rare. Like that's 2 pork chops in the same fucking run. Usually I find like one of the pork chops. I literally just found 2 pork chops, both in the forest. So I'm gonna look for the darkness again. I don't think the darkness can appear. I don't think so. I've been playing the game a long time. I don't think statues can appear twice in one area. If that makes any sense. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But like if you see the darkness on the 1st forest, you're not gonna see him on like the 2nd forest or the 3rd forest. I'm not sure though. Maybe we'll find it in this one. I don't know. But that's just my theory. Is like if you find something, you won't find it again in that area. So you better use it. And that's why I went all the way back for the smithy. Is because I wanted to give stuff to the smithy. So we'll see. We'll see. Because I don't know. I don't think this is the last forest level. Because I don't think we've fought in Wisp yet. But yeah. So I don't have anything really. The most I have is lightning rod. So I noticed that right now, and I'm gonna try and cheese him with it and see if I can do stuff. But I'm taking a lot of damage from his boulders, and I just waste like 4 shots. Okay. So I just ran out of thunderbolts, so we're gonna have to take him out the hard way, which is just melee. I don't have anything really to protect me besides like my death protection, and that's it. So that's gonna be weird. I also have auto blocking, so that kind of helps me right there to tank a couple hits, even though I already took like 30-40 damage from him throwing rocks at me. But I managed to get out of there without taking too much damage, which I'm pretty happy about. I think that Golem has gotten easier. He used to be like one of my most hated bosses, but I think that's just because of how tanky he was, and I didn't understand what did what damage, and I was trying to like just melee him, and like when he was like doing the thing on the ground, like I was like, wow, that's OP. He can just knock me away whenever I'm trying to attack him. But there's other ways to go about doing it, like obviously the axe, or having reflex projectiles is really good against him, or having any wand is really good against him. My hated boss of the forest now is the Vine boss. Oh my goodness, I hate Vine boss now. I don't know what it is. I think if you just jump constantly while you fight him, it's not that big a deal. I think that's honestly how they want you to fight him, is like just jump around while you fight him. But then it makes it hard for you to hit him, and there's a chance that you'll still get hit by his vine things when you get when you're jumping around. So there's no surefire way to not take damage while attacking him. You just kind of have to jump around. That was really close, by the way. I would have taken another 20-30 damage if I got in his mouth. So it's good that I didn't, because things would have ended up very differently. And I'm gonna go inside here. So it's cool. We have the freaking artifact, but we're not using it really because we have death protection. That's the thing, right? It's like if I have death protection, then why would I want freaking an artifact that's not death protection? I feel like death protection should be an artifact, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's like Mario when you get 3 lives. No, I feel like that would be OP actually. Nah, I agree. The death protection stuff that they have right now, or maybe you can only get 1 death protection. I don't know. I know they added artifacts and unique items. I don't know what's what. I don't know if it'll say unique or not, because I've only ever gotten like this is the rarest item, this purple glowing item. I don't know if that's considered a unique item and that's only gonna spawn once. I don't know if that makes sense. Or maybe the unique items are just Ring of Seltok and Ring of Zygox. So for those of you that don't know, unique items only appear once in your game, whereas like artifacts are like I think artifacts you just get a bunch of them, or you can get a bunch of them, or maybe you only get 1 artifact a game. I don't know. This new artifact update is interesting. It's very, very interesting. It's also cool. Like I loved like the all from. I can only imagine what else there is as far as artifacts go, because if having all familiars is a thing, then what else is a thing? Maybe gosh, I can't even think of what else they would do. Maybe whenever you like, what are the other things? Luminosity. Maybe it's like be able to see the entire map always. I don't know. Wouldn't that just be Ring of Seltok though? Kinda. I guess it's not as good. I don't know what they could do. Honestly, artifacts are really interesting. It's a really cool thing that they added to the game. I'm still wondering if they're gonna finish the perk thing or if they're just gonna leave it at the thing. And if they're gonna leave the perks where they are, they should like get rid of all the slots, like all the squares. Because I'm so hyped for this game's release. Like when this game gets finished, it's gonna be rough. It'll be the end of like an era for me. Like when they finish this game, it'll be like the end of an era. I remember watching this game back when like Northern Lion played it. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys have seen Northern Lion's Vagante video, but he did a video of Vagante like a long time ago where it's like in its infancy. I imagine he'll come back to it when it's like released. But like when it was in its infancy, Northern Lion played it and it looked so weird. Like I was like, what is this? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna figure out here that I only get 1 book from the scholar. Part of me knew that in my mind. I was just making sure. I didn't want to like miss out on another book just because I freaking assumed that I wouldn't get another one. Don't want to assume things. I'm gonna try to just bounce on these spiders' heads because that's what they're trying to do to me, so. And then the spider leads me right into a freaking plant, which is the stupidest thing that I've ever seen. But I killed them all, so it's whatever. So I just got a helm. I'm gonna go check it out, I think. I have a bunch of regen potions, so I'm gonna use the regen potions to use the darkness a bunch. And get myself a bunch of stat boosts, honestly. We haven't been getting very many stat boost items. So using the darkness here is going to help us out a little bit more. Granted, that means I have to be super confident in my fight with Wisp Boss, and I think that's why I'm going to go into Wisp Boss right now instead of playing it a third time. And I just got a really good helmet. It's a freezing helm, I believe. And the freezing helm, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a freezing helm, but it's really good. Anything that freezes enemies next to you is really good. So that way you can have your weapon have like some other thing, like envenomed or something, instead of freezing. Because you kind of have to waste your slot with freezing on your weapon. But if you have it on something else, like a helmet or something where it just randomly freezes them, you can do that. So I notice he's about to throw his thing, so I'm just going to block all his wisp shots, and then I'm going to try and attack him a little bit. I can't believe like I went like 90, or not 90 episodes, but like 60 or 70 episodes without knowing that I could block Wisps things with Defense Knight. Like that is so that just made Wisp Boss so much like that made my life so much easier as soon as I learned that I could do that. It only like makes me want to like find out what else I can block with it. I remember I did like an episode called like Block Net or something where I like tried to experiment with what I could block, but like the stuff that I could block, or the stuff that you can block, is just crazy. And then and then when you block shit, it just nullifies out the damage, so you don't really need to do anything. And then I haven't even experimented with the perfectly timed block thing, because with Defense Knight, if you perfectly time the block, you reflect damage. So I haven't even experimented with that yet. There's like, I don't know if I'm the only one with this problem, but like whenever you talk or like you have something, or you're talking, like I know it happens to me all the time when I do YouTube stuff, but my nose itches so badly. Also, I'm killing the shopkeeper here, no big deal. There's a vitality item that I want, the full plate armor, and I wasn't gonna pay him money for it. And he already had 4 items, and I didn't really care to give him a 5th one. I just wanted to kill him and keep my money. I have a good like 4 light plays, so like if I come across the light again, I can play him 4 times. Right now, I don't want to give that up. So yeah. Granted, I guess we'll get more money as we go. But no, like I was saying, it's like whenever I talk or for an extended period of time, and there's light right here. I don't know what I'm talking about. But my nose itches like crazy whenever I talk. I don't know if it's because I'm nervous or like I don't know. I don't know what it is. But my nose just itches like crazy, and I can't stop itching it. And then like later in the week, I'll have like rash on my nose, or I'll have like a rash on my nose because I won't. I don't know if I ever itch it that bad where there's like a rash, but like there's always like, my nose always hurts after I do like commentary or something, because it's just something that I do. And then once you itch it, I don't know. I think I'm the only one with the problem, so I'm just gonna stop talking. But it's just weird. It's weird to me. I guess everybody has something that makes them weird. Otherwise, we'd all be perfect. Inspirational time with Tuba Player. But yeah, I want to play like tuba for you guys, but my tuba's broken. I wish I had like a sad violin, so whenever I... Or a sad tuba. Oh my goodness, I want a mini tuba. I feel like if I had a mini tuba, it would be very easy to practice. They make mini tubas. Like, there's like travel tubas. They call them travel tubas. But, like, I don't know. I feel like that would be way easier to practice, but it's like so expensive. Tubas are really expensive. Costs like $18,000 for a really nice one. There was, I was talking about this on stream one time, but there is, back when I was in high school, there was a black lacquer tuba. Oh my fucking god. The black lacquer tuba looked so cool. I don't think it's available anymore, but it was like something like $12,000, $18,000, and I didn't have that much money. But it was like black lacquer with like gold rims and gold, or like brass rims and brass freaking keys. Oh my god. And then the logo was like brass. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful. I would never leave that thing. I would literally be holding my tuba every second of the day. But then again, like, that's the price of a car. That's more than a car that I could like buy. So I don't know. I don't know if buying a tuba is more worth it than a car, because a car is like useful. A tuba, you just kind of like play. I guess tubas are useful too, but when you can get a tuba for way cheaper, why would you? I don't know. But it looked really cool. It would have been so sexy if I would have like shown up to my like band class and then like, oh, here I am. I think that'd be really cool. I'm playing light a couple more times so I can go down and play the darkness a couple times. I didn't know this guy was down here, so I'm gonna go kill him real quick. Good. I'm mad at myself for doing that. I think I'm just gonna jump on him to death. Oh no, I killed him with the sword. Open that, get some mage shoes. I'm glad I came down here too, because I think this is the area to the chest, and I don't know why I didn't go down here in the first place. Although there is a plant here, so I have to be careful about not getting eaten by him. You got a potion of vitality, which is cool. That's why I use all your identify scrolls on potions. I think that the time of using identify scrolls on like armors and stuff is long past. And the time to use identify scrolls on other things, or on potions, is the time now. I'm just practicing my my jumping. When you get to the fourth world, you have to do it, otherwise you just fall and you plummet. You have to do it timed. You have to correctly time your jumps. So it's better if I practice now, because there's been times in videos even where I'll get to the fourth world and I'll be like, alright, I got this timing thing, and then all of a sudden I'll plummet to like my death in the fourth world, because there's no ground in the fourth world, so you literally plummet to your death. So that's the thing that happens. We're going to go ahead and go into holy again. I think I really want the I want the holy shield, and then I go straight into second chance. Is nice, but second chance is only helpful when you hit 0 HP, if that makes any sense. Like, holy shield is helpful because it gives you magical or elemental resistances whenever you have your sword thing up, and you're always attacking enemies, so you always have elemental resistance pretty much. But then there's like second chance is like only helpful to you when you hit 0. Whereas like if you go into something like vitality or strength, that's going to be helpful to you all the time. So it's weird with second chance. Second chance used to be good when it was right before being invincible, but now that it's not, I don't know if I care enough about it. So I think going into defense and then going 3 into holy is going to be the new build. Second chance is helpful, I think, when you have coins heal you. I think second chance is useful. Because once you hit 0, you're pretty much going to die anyway. So there's no point. But if you have coins heal you, you might want to consider doing, or putting that extra point into second chance. So I just got a lifesteal Cestus instead of my other Cestus, which is good. I've been using that Cestus since like I got it in the Dark Caves. So finally doing a change of pace with the Cestus. Looking for death protection, but I don't get it here. Oh, but it does have vitality, which is like kind of where I'm confused if I want the familiar thing or the vitality thing. But I ultimately decide that I think familiars are better anyway. But we still have death protection, so there's no reason to change anything. Also, this guy scared the crap out of me when I was actually playing. He just kind of popped up while I was like looking at shop items. But yeah. Alright. So the plan here is we're gonna fight we're gonna try and fight Summoner. And we're gonna try to leave behind Resident Evil boss and Skeletal Dragon. I think I can fight Resident Evil boss. But I'm scared because if you mess up on either Skeletal Dragon or Resident Evil boss, you end up taking shitloads of damage. Whereas if you mess up on Summoner, on Skeletal Summoner, I don't know what his name is, but he summons skeletons. If you mess up on him, you don't take very much of anything. So I like Skeletal. Also, I leave that chicken there. I don't know if I remember to pick him up. I hate chicken. I hate him so much. Also, I think that hand just killed himself. Cause I saw the hand go over the thing, and then I saw 999 go into the spikes. So I think he jumped up and killed himself somehow. Yeah, like if you mess up on this guy, you end up taking like 50 damage or 60 damage or however, like, cause each of his ball things do like 20 damage to you. Whereas if you mess up on Skeletal Summoner, you just like whatever, freaking destroy the skeleton or whatever that attacked me, and he dies in one hit. The only problem with Skeletal Summoner is you have to be able to maneuver. He's a very mobile boss, so you have to be able to maneuver the catacombs without like necessarily dying. So I think it really helps to clear out the catacombs, which you normally do anyway. You normally clear out the catacombs if you're gonna fight something or you're gonna fight the boss. Because if there's like hands or anything next to Skeletal Summoner, probably in some trouble. Yeah, it's the only problem with axe on this level is that when you have axe, you can't hit the hands while they've got you. So I'm trying to kill these hands without getting grabbed, but I'm doing a terrible job at doing that. Terrible job. And if a hand grabs you over spikes, he's pretty much just killed you. Hands are like the ultimate game or run ender. So I'm gonna head down here and try and take down some hands. But there's so many of them. I also just took 13 damage from that stupid hand. But I managed to kill a hand too, so that's good. And I managed to also freaking hit that guy with an axe, freeze him with my freezing aura, and then hit him again. So we've taken a lot of damage. We're at what? Way less than half health, like a quarter health left. So we're gonna see what we can do here. I don't like fighting Resident Evil boss, so I think I'm just gonna skip him. But first we're gonna identify some stuff, kind of rid our inventory of stupid potions, and then see what we can do to this guy. I think. Yep. And I get his attention, and I'm gonna loop him around, because there's two entrances. I'm lucky to, because he always does that. He always like blocks, so you have to like run into him, and then he won't let you in the door. But this way, there's two entrances to the door, so I could go left or right. So I loop him left, and I go down right, or yeah, I go down through the right entrance. I'm gonna grab that identify before I leave, so that way I can identify some potions. Yes, I forget the chicken, which, whatever. I don't know what that was. If that was frickin' the freezing spell, I don't know what I was doing there. I think I was just trying to get my health back, which is whatever. Let's get to. Those shoes are not as good as my shoes, so I don't know if I'm too happy with them. I mean, they have charge up extra damage by walking, which is always good. I think charge up extra damage by walking is probably underrated by a lot of people. I mean, I know I did. When I saw it, I was like, I don't know. But You do a considerable amount of damage with that. Charge up extra damage by walking. Alright. So there's 2 boxes here, which is a problem. I tried to get one of the boxes to see me. I'm gonna kill this guy real quick. Go. So there's 2 boxes here. I don't know what I want to do. I notice I have a yellow thing, so I get rid of it there, and then I just tank the hit from the other box. Boxes suck in this game, or in this level, because boxes will straight up kill you over spikes, and then you're screwed. I had a thing, but luckily, or I got a cursed item, but luckily I have enough of those uncursed scrolls. I don't know why I forgot what the name of that was. I have another identify, so I'm going to identify something. Lower poison resist is not what I'm looking for. We're just going to be on our way. I'm having trouble deciding what weapon to use, because on one hand you have the lifesteal of the Cestus, which is cool, but only takes place every so often. And all the enemies in this do a ton of damage. So I want to stay as far away from as possible from them, but doing that requires that I use this weapon, which when the hands grab you, just completely destroys your life. So I'm thinking like maybe Cestus or sword here, but I don't know if I should be using sword, because sword doesn't have lifesteal. It won't help me anyway. Sword will just kind of like do damage, so I don't know. Although the axe is really good for destroying those zombies that pop up, without taking a bunch of damage, so that's cool. Also, I have to work on my commentary. I've been looking for, in the back of my mind, I always have like what I need to do to improve the channel, right? Like what do I need to do to make it so my channel is like different from other people's channels? Because you could watch somebody else if you wanted to. My channel's not generally that different from like say another roguelike channel, besides like maybe I play like visual novel stuff, but other than that, like you could find like 2 separate channels that do both of those things like mainly, and probably find like a better shit. So I've been thinking about like ways that I can like change my channel up, make my channel different, change what I do, and a lot of it is just at a base level working on my commentary. And I know I've been saying that ever since like the start of the channel. It's like, oh, I have to work on my commentary, oh, I have to work on this, oh, I have to work on when I speak, to not say stuff like or but I know I do it all the time, and I don't know how you would like get rid of that, because it annoys. I guess when you look for it, it annoys you, right? As soon as you start like noticing something, it like annoys the crap out of you. But I'm really trying to stop. I'm also trying to like find like I said, like my identity for this channel. Like, what is my channel? What do I want my channel to be? Why do I have this YouTube channel? What is going to be different about me? And that's something that I've struggled with for like a long time. I just like playing games, man. Why do so many other people like to play games as well? Nah, it's cool. I like that there's so many roguelike players on YouTube too, because there's like a bunch of them, but not too many of them play Vagante. I think it's because in its current state, you could just like I said before, you could just run past all the bosses and not take any risks. Besides like maybe taking extra damage from like the smaller enemies, but you could not fight any of the bosses and you'd be fine. But when they add like the final area or the final boss or whatever they want to do, as far as like lore goes, or maybe like the ending, like an ending cutscene, I think that'll be cool. I think that'll make the game have a like a new coming of people. I always wonder if the devs like watch my videos. Yeah, like it's interesting to think that like a dev could be watching your video. But at the same time, like I don't want them to hate me. I don't know. Because like I talk about the game all the time. This is probably my most played game ever. Well, I don't know. Actually, I've played Rocket League a decent amount. Rocket League is just so easy to to spend so much time on. I don't know if you guys have played Rocket League or know what it is. I mean, you better know what it is, unless you've been living under a rock. But you play soccer with cars, and it's like the games are so short that you can just play for hours and not even realize that you just played for hours because the games are so short. You're like, oh, let's go again, hurry, let's do it. And it's cool. It requires a decent amount of skill. But like I was saying before, it's like I don't want the devs to like hate me because like sometimes they'll be like, oh man, I dislike this or I hate this. But I truly love this game. I don't know. It's cool to see, like, if you look at where I was before, if you look at my very first video and how I struggled to take down Baby Dragon in the Dark Caves at the very beginning, it's cool to think that I've played this for 200 hours, 200 plus hours. I think I'm at what, 230 now. So that should give you an idea of how much I've played. I know there's people that watch me that have played way more, and just like destroyed my hours. Like if you play Vagante, you play Vagante for like a long ass time. Like pretty much everybody that follows me has played it for like a ton. But it's just cool. I managed to get trapped between like a dying skeleton and my own freaking self there. But I killed him. I got rid of my death protection. I'm gonna want to equip my familiar thing eventually. I think I realize that now, but it's too late because I'm fighting zombies. Also, I noticed that there's a big fire thing right there, and I don't know what that is. Because I have Trailblazer on, yeah. But whenever I walk past that area, there's like a wall of fire. I don't know what that means. Or if that means anything. Also, remember how the catacombs used to like have like bars that came down next to the chest? Does that still happen? Because I haven't seen that in years. Or not years, but like couple episodes now. Like the catacombs used to like lock you in or like throw down pillars while you were walking to the chest. But now they don't do that? Which is interesting. Like I don't mind. Like I hated that shit. But I don't know, I haven't seen it in a while. And it made me interested. I don't know if I took out Shopkeeper already. Did I take out Shopkeeper already? I don't think I did. Nope. But he dies pretty easily, and I have the lifesteal, so it doesn't really matter. I'm looking for death protection. No death protection, but we got the Vengeful Familiar on there. But we already have all familiars, so I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. All familiars is really cool. I feel like retaliatory and demonic together are insane, and then to be healed constantly by compassionate is really good too. So I don't know. I think this update is really cool. It adds a lot of like, oh cool, I got a purple item thing. I also have a grappling hook here now, which gives me just more stats. So that's why I took the grappling hook. Also, I'm practicing my jumping for the fourth world again. Also, I think I'm gonna... Do I play the darkness here? I don't remember. But we have unlimited jumps now. Unlimited jumps... or we've had unlimited jumps. Unlimited jumps is really good for fourth world, because you can just skip past literally everything in the fourth world. I'm gonna go ahead and play the darkness once and keep like half health-ish for this last catacombs level. And I'm going to go one more point into Holy. I'm also mad at myself because I could have leveled up on the Resident Evil guy level, but I didn't kill enough enemies. So I had to level up on this level, which is stupid. I should have killed enough enemies to come back or on the first level to level up there, and then when I killed that guy, I would have had another level up point. So it would have been up up another vitality, because I would have, after Holy, I'm gonna go vitality, I think. And then obviously I have a grappling hook, so I'm just using it. I don't know why I'm using it. I've never like liked grappling hook. Grappling hook is cool on. Okay, so let's think about it. Grappling hook is cool on dark caves and catacombs. Sometimes. I guess I don't even want it on catacombs because hands can just grab me out of the air. But what I'm saying is like the forest and the fourth world. You know, I can see how it would be useful. You know, I guess there's like uses for it everywhere. But like, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever use it like as a mechanic, because then I rely on it. You know how like when you, it's like when you use super speed or high jump. You get used to the super speed and high jump speeds and jump rates, or jump arcs. So that way when you leave them or you try and start a new run, you like think that you still have it, or you subconsciously think that you still have said shit. And that just messes with my brain. So it's not something I can do. Also, we found Shopkeeper again, so that's interesting. Let me go see what he has, I think. He has 2 bows, which I need, because I don't have a bow yet equipped. I am glad. So grappling hook doesn't take the place of thing anymore, or of the bow slot. It takes place of a ring, which I think is better. But it also sucks that you can't have 2 rings and a grappling hook. But the grappling hook also gives you stats now. It used to just be a grappling hook, right? But now the grappling hook like gives you stats and stuff. I don't know if it's always like that, or I just got a special grappling hook. It's like special to me. I see Skeletal Dragon, but I really don't want to fight him right now, so I'm gonna run past him. And I'm just gonna power through those people. I'm really just looking to get to the fourth world here at this point. I have enough to where I'm pretty happy with my stats and stuff. I just want to get to the end. I want to get that win. Usually whenever I play Knight, I end up getting to the end, I think. Actually that's not true. It's not true. There's been plenty of times this night where I've died here, like in the catacombs. But it's usually to my own stupidity, or like something stupid that I've done. It's never like oh, this enemy killed me freaking fair and square. It's always like, oh, I did something stupid and that's why I died. There was a video a long time ago, back when I was like, just, I don't know, I think it was like in like the 20s of Vagante, where I used the blink wand and I blinked straight into a wall. It was like before blink wand showed you where you were gonna blink. You just kind of did it, and I just blinked straight into a wall and died. There was nothing I could do. And I was like, never using blink wand again. So if you see me hesitate to use blink wand, that's why. It's because I'll never forget that moment. I had a claw. I'm interested in claws, but if they suck, then they suck. That claw kind of sucked. I mean, it had envenomed on it, but it minus dexterity and cold resist, and I don't know. I guess those stats aren't necessarily too important, but I'd rather just not take the stat and decrease and go with the cestus, which is slightly slower. Even though stuff like the claw is insane. Okay, so there's too many people here. There's like 8 things here and like a hand. I was like, screw it, I'm out. And then when I got here, I realized, oh, if I would have killed one fucking thing, I would have leveled up there. Just one. Just one fucking thing. Alright, so here's where I'm going to need to make use of my double jumping, or my not double jumping, unlimited jumping with my shit. I'm going to have to figure out where the exit is and then go. So I think I saved a magic mapping for this exact moment. I'm going to magic map the area and find out where the exit is so that way I can jump to it. Yeah. So if you look on the top left, it shows you the map of the shit, and the E is the exit. So I know where it is. So I just need to time my jumps all the way to that platform. And if I do that, I'll get to the exit. So I'm practicing on the ground for right now. Here we go. There's been so many times, guys, where I have failed this and just plummeted straight down into the abyss, which is why I was nervous when I did this. So I'm going to get to the exit over here, but I'm going to realize also that I need to kill some shit. Although I think it already leveled up, actually. My ass was like, oh, I need to kill one thing before I go through the shit. And that's why I was fighting him. But it looks like I already did it. I noticed that there's a smithy there. I check my inventory real quick to see if there's anything I have to discard, and then I'm just like, fuck it. I don't want to fight right now, especially if I have my unlimited jump thing. I'm at 99 health, so I'm contemplating making it even. Or not even, but like at least at like 100. I hate when my health is at 99, because it's so close to 100. Okay. So I don't have a magic mapping, so I have to kind of guess where the exit is. So I'm going to guess that it's up top, where that little, if you look at the mini-map, there's like a blue circle. That's where the boss is. So I'm going to look around the boss to see where it is, and I don't see it around him, so I'm going to go over here, and it's right there. So I'm just going to try and land right on top of it and leave. Done, and we're one level away from victory. One level away from victory. The reason why I don't fight fourth world bosses or like 2 of the catacombs bosses, I get this a lot, but like what are you gonna use those stat points for? You use the stat points for the cave to freaking get the from the dark caves to defeat the forest bosses, and you use the forest bosses to get items and shit and potions. But then when you get to the catacombs, like the catacombs gives you good items, sure, but like you could just rob the shop for some of those items and be good. And you don't really need the points to fight anything, because there's no like final boss. So you just freaking complete the game. Although I do want to do it all bosses run eventually. Just like defeat everything. Shouldn't be too hard. The only thing I'm worried about obviously is like Resident Evil guy and Skeletal Dragon, because it's like then that you don't really have too much, because you just defeated the forest bosses, so you have all that gear, but you need to like go through the catacombs to find the weapons that you need to defeat stuff. Alright, so here I'm looking for the exit. It's a very horizontal level, so there's no shit. I checked to see if it's behind the boss, but it's not. So that's a shoot and a miss. So I'm gonna look down, and I accidentally didn't time it right. But I got real lucky, and there's a platform below. I thought it was dead for sure. But the mini map opens up a little bit, and I managed to see a little bit more of the map, which is good. So I don't see the exit anywhere. I'm thinking maybe I missed it up here. This is gonna be my downfall if I don't find the exit. I also see this platform over here, and if the level extends that much, maybe there's something under that platform to the very left. You know what I'm talking about, where I can't see. So that's my next thought. So I'm thinking that maybe I go over there and I try and find some stuff, but then I fall and I catch the ledge, guys. Catch the ledge. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just take the mirror. And right next to that platform is the door. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. This is episode 99 of Vagante, so I think for episode 100 we'll do something special. This has been a really cool series, you guys. I can't wait for this game to come out myself. We managed to get an artifact, Keeper of Familiars, so I'm happy that I finally got to see what this was. And again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that, because I upload similar stuff. And hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Peace out, you guys.